So, Bo, you wanted to speak a little bit
Yep.
about XRP, correct?
You asked me to.
Yeah, could you?
What do you want to know? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Let's
by
see
no
here.
means
So
are we selling
I learned
anybody
about XRP.
XRP, but Bo has some real interest in XRP and
Awesome.
he really likes it.
Well, do I like it? I guess time will tell. But some time ago, I'd heard about XRP, but didn't really know what to take about it because I was just like AI. I was not totally for this whole crypto thing because it just seemed too nefarious. Like it just seemed weird. It's like here we're going to take this crypto invisible fairy dust that doesn't really exist. We just say it does on a bunch of zeros and ones behind a computer. At least it's the way that I saw it. And I don't completely understand blockchain. I don't completely understand all that stuff and how that works and what it means to mine something like that. So I just didn't take the position of, let's just work hard. Let's just do what we've always done and then just keep moving forward. But that was my ignorance. And I started looking into XRP. I don't know, beginning of last summer, and I just didn't really know what to do with it. And at some point, I had a dream, and in the dream,
Hey, Bo, we've got Scott here. I want to introduce
Yeah.
Scott. Okay, we do have a special guest on today.
yeah, absolutely. Part 2, you'll have to stay tuned later.
Hey, Scott, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, I got a messed up phone. I can barely hear you, but I can hear you.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, it's wonderful to see you. We started talking. There we go. We can see you much better.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Scott, you're on with Bo today. You're on with me. Thank you for joining us. It's a real pleasure. Today is one of those days that is very spiritual in nature. We were speaking earlier a little bit about some portals being open and some different things happening from the Vatican side. And I just wondered if you can shed any light on, let's say, this time of what's going on, what's happening. You always have a very interesting spiritual perspective that I love and appreciate and enjoy.
All right, so we're speaking about the portals, and those are portals that have to be opened. Whether the Pope says that he's going to open them or not, they have to be opened. It's part of our ascension, but it's kind of hidden. Like when they have to disclose something, but they're not really saying what why they're doing it.
Right.
Kind of related to like when CERN activated the particle generator, and the reason they did it was to release the dark matter rather than it's part of the like revelations.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. So there's a lot of things going on with that. I mean, the 5 doors, they're opening the portals in the jail, and yeah, and not only that, they're the Pope is crowned in Freemasonry colors. So the same colors that they use in their, let's say, upside down star, the Baphomet star, with the yellow and blue, and the Pope, as he was opening these portals, was adorned even in that the colors and everything like that. So what do these kind of things mean for us in freedom and the Jubilee? What is that really, Scott, in your eyes?
Okay, so the portals that he's opening is actually an opportunity for us. So if you look at all the chaos that's going on in the world right now, they're trying to put fear in us. Another run of COVID, all these things that could happen that are going wrong right now, the wars, everything related to those are to keep us at a lower vibration and to keep us in fear so that we don't have the ability to reach a frequency where those portals are going to become useful for our ascension. Does that make sense?
100%, yeah.
Okay, so that's the whole game here. Basically, if you want to look at their agenda, have you heard of the agenda 2030? They have a 2030 agenda, from the Masonry side, where they want one world order, one world religion. They're talking about, you can see the drones and the different UFOs that are flying around now that is really perpetuated by the governments to put fear in people so that when the true aliens or extraterrestrials show up, we're going to be afraid to approach them, so to speak, and be introduced to them. So the portals, if you look past all the turmoil and all the negative things that people are taking in, those portals are actually an opportunity for our souls and contracts to ascend to a higher level, because all these other entities that we look at, like whether it's, and I'm going to use it loosely, whether it's government, laws, judges, anything that's negative in your life is always a low vibrational frequency. And it brings, and when you carry that frequency, it brings all those like things to manifest in your world. So now we have the opportunity to move higher up in our soul contracts. And if we accept that frequency, which the Father has given us now, and I won't get too deep into it now, but basically what they call the Christo contract has been finished, where they can no longer have like industrial millionaires that rule over people, anything to do with slavery. Everything is going to be very opportunity. Like a lot of the souls that are being put into bodies now, like children prodigies and things like that, they've been given special gifts by the Heavenly Father to further our growth in humanity, to solve problems, whether it's pollution, the wars we're having, all that's going to go away as long as we all ascend at the same rate, and we don't play into the fear and any of the turmoil that they're trying to put in our face right now.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how deep you want to get, but those
as
are
deep
essential.
as you're willing
Those
to go.
portals have to be open. They don't have a choice, and they have to disclose it. Most people will just look and they'll go, well, there's a full moon, and that's for this, and there's a reason why the moon is like that, and you know, and they'll use a astrology chart to tell you what it's about, but it's not really that. It's part of us fulfilling a soul contract to continue us being light beings, like positive souls that can ascend and have a human experience that is pure with love, and no more slavery and no disease, and that's where we're moving. And this is the only time when they call this the end and the beginning, which is apocalypse. People think that it's the end. The apocalypse is actually the unveiling. It's when Toto pushed the curtain back and you saw the wizard. It's letting everybody know that truth is always the way, and everything was just an illusion. It follows many things, like our banking. We all know where the credit is, because when we put an endorsement on something, our signature, we're not really filling out an application. We're giving them the right to use our credit to turn the money machine on. And it goes deeper than that. It goes into, like, when we only have the ability to create, and all those other entities that are here that teach us lessons, and whether it's government or whether it's however you want to look at it, people look at different entities, like can be anything from like a god or a spirit guide or anything, like whatever you're into. It's all to direct you on the path that you're supposed to be journeying. Our soul contracts are different. Everybody has a different path, but it's designed for us to ascend. So as we move forward now, let's just say that all the stops have been pulled out now. There can be no more manipulation or non-disclosure, so to speak. It has to be given to us, not like on The Simpsons or the cereal boxes. You know, they tell you, like on Cinnamon Toast Crunch, this is rat poison. It's called demonic disclosure. Now they have to put it right out there. Like these portals that are being opened now, those are the portals that we are going to use to ascend in whatever. Like, I don't know specifically what the good part of them are and the bad part. Like, they have use of them for something different. The Masons and the Pope, they have those portals. They're using them for something that is, I assume, would not be good for us. But we have the ability, once we know, as we ascend, we need those portals to ascend to a higher vibration, which most people call like 5D, all the way up, where we're literally gonna bring heaven on earth by carrying a higher vibration. We raise I think it's called the Schumann resonance of the whole planet, to bring everything up higher to a higher level, because it's like the dog shaking off all the fleas. These entities that feed off our soul energy no longer able to do that, and they're panicking and they're hitting us with all this, everything that's going on in the world. I don't really watch the news that much, but we have wars going on. We have all the fear that they can put into us. Now we just have to not feed into that and use all our positive energy, and we'll ascend like we're supposed to. Good always triumphs over evil. So I don't know
Always.
if I made as much sense as you wanted me to, but that's where these
You make,
Okay.
God wins. It's quite good.